Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu held a press conference yesterday to discuss their upcoming three-point shooting competition at All-Star Weekend. Does this make you any more interested in the All-Star Weekend festivities that you're going to have the greatest male shooter of all time against certainly one of the greatest female shooters of all time?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely interesting. Maybe I'm just becoming an old fart, but with as far as All-Star goes, like the three-point shooting contest, I know that's replaced the dunk contest over these past, I guess, 10 years or so. It don't do it for me like the dunk contest. Like I'm still.
None of it does anything for me anymore.
Yeah, I'm still hanging on to save the dunk contest.
None of it does anything for me anymore. I don't care. And I grew up like. I would not only would I watch the dunk contest, I would have VHS tapes of the Dominique Wilkins Michael Jordan dunk contest and watch it 100 times. Like watch it 100 times. He needs a 49 to tie and I can hear all of it, right? I can even hear it all these years later. And now I just don't care because we don't have Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan in the dunk contest. We've got Mac McClung, right?
Right.
I mean, so it's just it doesn't hit the same way as they say. But this is kind of interesting because it will be it's a man against a woman. This is not something we do all the time. This is not something we do all the time. And I was thinking about it. Special shouts to Steph Curry. He doesn't have to do this. And he only puts himself at risk by doing this. What do people call Steph Curry right now?
Everybody. Greatest shooter of all time.
The greatest shooter of all time. And now he is putting himself in a position where he might lose a shooting competition to a woman. At which point, some people will have fun with that. They just will. And it will never mean, if he does lose, that he's not the greatest shooter of all time. But it will mean that he lost a shooting competition to a woman a few days after Valentine's Day 2024. Think about it in boxing. Floyd Mayweather would never. Floyd Mayweather, as he got deeper in his career, cared more about that zero in his loss column than anything else. And he was never going to put himself in a position where he was going to lose that zero in the loss column because he didn't want to ever be in a position where anybody could ever say, I beat that guy in a boxing match one day. So he was never going to put himself at risk of it towards the end of his career. He was very smart about either get people when they're too young for me, get people when they're too old for me, but be smart about it. Mm-hmm. And he cared deeply about never losing. And here's Steph Curry saying, you know what? If I win, that's cool. Winning's cool. But if I lose, then that'll be a big story. Yep. And it'll be something that young girls probably point to and aspire to and use as motivation forever. And maybe by losing, I inspire my own daughters. And that's not the worst thing in the world either. So it's a win-win, even though it feels like a lose-lose.
I think that's true. No, I mean, I'll definitely watch. It is smart by the league just because it's something different. And so, yeah, I'm curious. I'm definitely going to watch, but I wish we had them in a dunk contest against each other instead.
Sabrina and Steph?
Yeah, I like the dunk. I want to fix the dunk contest, man.
I will tell you, it is stupid to suggest that the best women's basketball players in the world could play with the best men's basketball players in the world. That's just dumb. If that were true, we wouldn't even have the WNBA. But I'll tell you this, they can shoot with them.
No question.
The best women shooters in the world, they can shoot with the best men. They can't play with them.
That's very true.
But they can definitely shoot with them. So it won't be appointment television for me, but if I happen to be in front of a TV and I happen to remember that this is about to happen and I can find my remote control, I'll change the channel. I'll change the channel when it's about to come on.
Yeah, I definitely will too.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.